Hi guys, what's up? It's JDawgs here, and we are back for another episode of Spiritcraft here on the vanilla Spiritcraft server. And I've got a couple things I want to show you guys real quick. So if you're kind of looking around and just noticed a few turns I just made, you might have noticed something a little different. If you didn't, let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so I'm still using the Faithful texture pack, but you can see maybe a little here. A little better now? Oh yeah, check that out. Look at the sky. Really cool cloud effects instead of the square clouds, and really cool sun effect. Once it hits nighttime, I really want to show you guys what it looks like at nighttime. But you can see that it's better quality, and it really is not affecting our frames. We're still at, mid-20s on frames, which we normally are, especially when recording. Actually, most of the time we're actually worse than that at our place. So yeah, the frames are pretty decent. This is an addition for almost any texture pack if you're running Optifine. You will see I am running Optifine up there at the top. It says 1.8.1 Optifine HD UC7 for vanilla. So I'm going to kind of share this with you real quick. If I remember, I will put the link for this down in the description below. But if you go to options here and we go to our resource packs, you will see over here that there's something called Brothers Johnson Unshaders. Now it says plus here because there's another part here, but you can get the basic one also, and it's a pretty cool addition, and it just is mainly for the sky here, and it also adds some really cool lighting effects. So if we come in here, you will see that there's like these little bits of lighting that it actually adds, where it's mine. That must be Adrian. But you can see it looks like we have shaders on without actually having shaders on. So you guys let me know, do you like the way that this looks? I mean, you can see the shading in the caves here is kind of cool. Certain bits and pieces look a little awkward, but for the most part, the reason I got this was for the awesomeness of the clouds. And look, watch this as we go inside. Look at that, look at that. It gets dark, and you can kind of see, more detail and stuff with the sky. I think it's really cool. Anyways, we are here at our little project. I kind of completely ignored the reason I was here. So during the stream, we kind of did a little bit more work, or, well, mostly Smee did work here. We were kind of arguing about this here. But we've got this little archway that's going on now, and we've moved in a little bit, did some flooring, and up here we're going to probably continue like this little pattern that you see here that's going on, and so that'll be something that we can all start working on and helping with the replication of, and then we can start opening this section up. We worked on, well, Adrian and excuse me, Adrian and Katana worked on getting a little farm set up over here for us and doing some stuff over here, which was pretty cool. We did find out one thing. I don't know if they've changed this. The sugarcane is actually growing at a really fast rate. Watch this. So if I chop all this down, if it keeps doing it, it is crazy weird how fast it grows back. Look at that. There are pieces already growing back, like instantly. And it's really weird. I don't know if they've recently changed how fast sugarcane grows, but it didn't used to grow that fast. Not as far as I know. So if you guys know of any changes, yeah, look at that, look at that. It's just growing like crazy. So if you know of any changes they've made to sugarcane, let me know, because that's insanely fast for how fast sugarcane grows. And you can see I've got almost 2 stacks there. And if you saw my inventory just then, you'll also know the other thing that we did during the stream, and that was we found a water temple and went and explored it and derped around in there for a little while. We did defeat the main guardian there, the elder guardian, and then we defeated some of the regular guardian guys and got some of this stuff here. I got a few bricks before I left, and yeah, it was pretty fun. And if you guys don't know about the sponge, I'm going to show you here. So, sponge in its normal, in its normal way, you can put this down and it's just wet sponge, okay? And you can break it with your hand, and it gives that like wet effect, as you can see there when you pick it up. But if we take it and we toss it in a furnace, there's stuff in there, I don't want to mess with it. So if we take it and we toss it in a furnace, and we let it cook up really quick, we'll actually see that it's going to, let's see, gravel, cobble, dirt. Okay, I'm just going to toss this down here because I don't know where to put it. And we can't put it in there. What about here? There we go. So you see now it's back to being just a regular piece of sponge. We can put it down, bust it, and there's no longer a water effect. That means it's no longer wet. But if we were to put it down over here, and I'm probably going to mess up the water, so I'll have to fix it later. But if we were to put it down, boop, look at that. It takes away all the water sources, and now it's back to being a wet sponge again. And so it's a good way to remove water in an area. So I think if we decide to maybe use that that underwater temple, we may do something where we use the sponge to help us clear it out and clear out different rooms of it. So let's go ahead and cook this, just see if it has enough time to cook one more time real quick. Let's say real quick a couple more times. Anyways, let's go ahead and dry that out, get that back. Okay, so we're going to head back to our place and get some work done there. I've got a few things I want to show you guys. Oh, and I brought them some saplings over here. So they have all the different types of wood. There's acacia back behind there, spruce, dark oak, regular oak, which they had here already, jungle trees, and of course some birch. So anyways, I'm going to head over to my place and I will see you guys here in a moment. Alright guys, so I am back at my place. We've got a little bit of stuff to do. First, I want to show you guys the shaders kind of thing that's going on in here. You can see it's changed the color kind of the inside of my area here, so I'm just going to kind of walk around, show you. I think I've decided, like, indoors, because when I came through the nether, it was a little weird, the coloring was. I think in the overworld it's just fine for me, but in the nether it's a little weird. I don't mind it most of the time, but of course in certain spots it does get a little weird looking. Just some of the shading it does, but you have to remember it's not actual shaders per se, and I am playing with, you know, different levels of stuff. But you can see here, we'll take another look outside, and I mean, the clouds alone is why I did this, to be honest. I feel that it gives a really cool look to Minecraft. Something I forgot to mention, if you decide to install this yourself, you do have to have the current Optifine, and when you download it, you'll have to go into Optifine and turn your clouds off, or else you'll get this weird texture thing where both sets of clouds will try to show. But I thought I would go ahead and show you guys that part there because it's pretty cool. So, something that I haven't done personally since 1.8, there's one thing that I've still kind of failed to go over yet, and well, I just realized it. Oh, look at that sun. Look at that sun. That is awesome. Anyways, there's something that I've still failed to do myself yet, and I wanted to see if you guys can figure out what I'm going to do. I've got 6 wool, 8 pieces of bone meal, and 3 pieces of lapis. And we need a stick. Do you know what we're going to do yet? If you said make a banner, you're right. So I have a red banner here that we're going to be making because I've wanted a little banner for my own place here for some time now, and for now this one's going to be a placeholder, I think we're going to say, because of course, you know, I have to make something that represents and everything, but on the same note, I want something that's personal, and the one that I've been looking at, I actually need a creeper head for, which I know is probably one of the hardest things to do in the game. So for now, we're going to go ahead and make this one. So we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's going to give us some stripes. And you can probably already figure where we're going from here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again, just to make some better stripes. And then we're going to take it, we're going to put it in the bottom corner here. We're going to put 1 piece of lapis, and you can see where we're going with this. Another one to darken it up, and a third one to darken it up. And boom, we're done. That's all we got to do. Now, we can actually replicate these if we wanted to and everything, but I wanted to show you guys, bada bing, US flag. I thought it was pretty cool. I found this online. It's just a basic US flag. I have seen others that kind of do a little bit more detail. I may look into that, but I thought I would go ahead and get that and get one for us going. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought there should have been a braking animation or something like that. But with these things, you can either put them on the ground as you saw there, or you can actually place them up on the wall here. And you can see they've got... well, okay, maybe they don't do it on the wall. They normally have a waving animation to them. Let me put it out here. Okay. Do I have to turn that on with Optifine, or is that not supported in Optifine? I may... Animations. Everything's on, so that may be something that's not yet supported in Optifine, maybe? I don't know. But normally there is a waving animation for the flag. I believe that's probably due to Optifine, because I have seen it before personally. So, yeah, I'm going to guess it's probably Optifine related as to why we're not seeing that. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put this up. I think we're going to set it... Oh... Let's put it somewhere where when people come in, they see it. So we're going to go over this way. Put it up over here, I think. Maybe... Oh, let's make sure to shut that. I still always shut it just to be safe. But, yeah, there's times that you don't really need to, I guess, since they're in the thing already. I wonder if I can put it there. And it doesn't feel right. Uh-oh. Oh, that was luck. I didn't think I'd get that back. Let's see. Up there, I was thinking up there, but I don't think up there's going to work. Mainly because it's not a really good spot for me to be able to see it too. I don't know. I may make a couple on the doorways or something. What I thought would be really cool is to get some banners that we could hang up here for each of the villagers. So if you guys know of some like different ones we could do, where we could get something that, you know, would be for each of the villagers, like something that looks like for a blacksmith, like an anvil or something. Maybe something for the inn over there with like a bed or something on it. Something for this guy over here with some type of meat or, you know, whatever. And then of course this guy's got the potatoes and the cooked products and hay and bread and pumpkins and melons and apples, and then something for the library here. If you know of any good patterns for that, feel free to suggest them to me. You can put a link down below or whatever. I tell you what, I think we're just going to go ahead and place this for now up here. Let's go ahead and put it up here. Boom. Okay, so we'll leave that up there and check that out later. So anyways, couple last things I want to do here on this episode. Kind of show you guys real quick what's going on over here. These guys, of course, have been doing their thing. We've got some good ones and some bad ones through here. We've got a couple guys that are waiting. I'll get them after the video cuts off. And of course, they're coming through pretty good. When they do get backed up, I'm probably going to have to extend this or something. But like I said, this isn't permanent, so that's why I'm not really worried too much about it. But when they do get backed up, they tend to push up this direction, and it really gets cluttered, and sometimes makes the babies glitch out or start throwing things, and so I gotta be careful of that. But like I said, we do have one there, and then one over here. I'm still waiting for one that's going to trade me sugarcane that we can put over there in the library, and then probably the one that I'm going to put over here is going to be the guy that trades zombie flesh, which I've gotten a couple of those already. Oh, this looks kind of cool in here. I've gotten a couple of those guys already, traded them tons of zombie flesh, and I've gotten quite a few emeralds, so that's pretty good. And I got some, I don't know if I showed you guys, where is it? Yeah, I've gotten some, not that. I got an axe, yeah, a couple things through here. I don't think I got anything with silk touch on it. That was just something I had already. Some unbreaking picks. I don't think I had anything with fortune. I might have gotten one with fortune, now that I think of it. I'm not sure. But I know there's several picks that I combined and put together to make some decent picks. Okay, so one last thing. I'm going to come over here and show you guys my progress of what I've been doing. So I haven't been messing with this too much. I did come down and or come over here and take down some trees and did a little thinking of what I'm going to plan on doing. So I think what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go ahead and start it now and just kind of fill you guys in on what I plan on for over here. I'm going to have part of the city go into this wall. So I'm going to start taking this out and carving it out a little bit here and there. And I think what I'm going to do ultimately is there's going to be a section here that's going to be underground, kind of like what I'm doing on Feed the Beast, where it's almost that mine shaft feel, just for this bit. And then there's actually going to be some houses and like a small town around it, I'm thinking. Let me get this carved out a little bit more. Okay. So I'm thinking roughly this big. Something like that. Let me get this dirt down here. We want regular dirt. Okay, so something... Actually, it's going to be quite a bit bigger than that now that I think of it. Probably something more over here, at least. Put that back. But I think what I'm going to ultimately do is get some ideas from like some of the Minecraft websites for some design ideas for townhouses and stuff, and then kind of do like I used to do when I first started doing Minecraft and just change the design to fit my needs. So I'm not going to be like copying the entire thing, but I'm going to be getting ideas from different things. I may not even do like actual Minecraft builds. I just might go look at some pictures and then share the pictures with you guys of my ideas and start going through there. But this section in here is probably going to be pretty big, and a lot of it may go like downward. There may be another section below, because I want to make a couple things I want to list off to you guys that I want to make. I want to make a sugarcane farm so we can get constant sugarcane. I want to make a cactus farm so we get constant cactus. And a couple other farms. I want my melon farm for watermelons and pumpkins back, and I'm going to make that automated to where I can go in like I used to be able to do on the old map, and either go across a pressure plate or flip a switch, and it'll harvest all of them, and I can just go pick them all up real good, because these guys do want melons and pumpkins, fortunately, and it is nighttime. This is what I wanted to show you. So you can see the sun is setting over there where the sky is a little bit lighter, and if we move across the sky here, look at that. Look at how that looks. And I'm going to go on the other side so you guys can see the moon, see what it looks like. It's really, really cool. I missed the sunset. I was hoping to catch that real quick for you guys. But we'll go over this way. Look at that moon. And it even does, it's really cool, it even does like a half moon or a full moon, depending on, you know, the type of day, I guess it is, in Minecraft. Or something to that effect. Oh, so many mobs out here. But it's just a really cool skyline, like especially at night is when I love it the most, because these clouds that just go through here are really, really awesome looking to me. And let's take that and put that away. But they're really awesome looking to me, and I think it's a cool part that they put in by just adding a really small addition to a texture pack. And like I told you guys, you can have this along with other texture packs. Like I said, I'm using Faithful along with it. Just make sure it's above Faithful. Well, hello there. You seem to be trying to hurt me. But yeah, make sure it's above Faithful in the order list. And as long as it is... Oh, zombie flesh. I am doing horrible at trying to jump around this, aren't I? Okay, let's just fail and go across like we're supposed to. Okay, anyways. But yeah, as long as you have it set up right, it'll work just fine. You do need Optifine. Let me restate that real quick, just so you guys understand. This is not something that you can run without Optifine. You do have to have Optifine in order to run this. But I think the latest version is 1.8.1, so it does work with 1.8. They do have previous versions also where you can run this. But I thought that was something I would share with you guys and point out. So if you have any suggestions for like different banners we can do over here. I think it would be really cool to have like specific banners for each one of these buildings. Also, if you have any suggestions for builds still, you can leave me suggestions for those. For, like I said, for small houses, for larger houses, even for this section here, which I ultimately think is going to be, again, that mine shaft feel. And I think actually I'm probably going to open it a lot more, like from there probably to around here somewhere, to be honest with you, because I want this entrance to be pretty big, and then it's going to go into the mountainside here, and then I'm thinking we're going to do like staircases that will go up through here, and then possibly another one that might go up around here somewhere. Once I do a little bit more terraforming, because I do want to terraform this side a little bit more to where we've got this mountainside feel, which is almost what we've got going on. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video of me babbling on and just doing a couple basic things here and showing you guys these texture packs that I've got going on, a little bit with the flag and just a few other things that I've been doing around here. So anyways, guys, on that note, I will end it off here. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like on the video. It really does help me out, lets me know that you guys are enjoying these videos. And of course, if you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. I put out new videos every day of the week, and I will see you guys next time for another episode of Vanilla Spiritcraft. Take it easy. Peace out.